I know, I'm letting my personality out here.
Could you say just like where we are?
Hi, my name is Vikki Harrison-Smith. We are in sunny Sunderland and this is SB Barbering Academy. Getting the cover of Barbering isn't easy. It's not just something you can just say, oh, I want to get on the cover. There has to be a reason for it. And I think because it was 10 years of SB Barbering Academy, I also write for the magazine. It came out on my birthday and it was also around International Women's Day. So it was like a triple whammy. So that meant quite a lot because it just wasn't for nothing. It came out for a reason and I was honoured, really. I thought it was really special to have International Women's Day, the cover for 10 years here, and my birthday. It was just amazing. It was really, really lovely to see it. And then the guys from Barbering came in and they came to see me on my birthday and we released that, and it was really special. It was lovely. So I got into barbering because I did a test at school, and the test was to see what you'd be good at in your career. So I ticked some boxes and they told me I should be a hairdresser or a beauty therapist. So I went to college and did beauty therapy and it was just not for me. And I thought, I'm going to be a hairdresser. Then when I got into the hairdressers, I loved the sound of the barbershop, the hustle and bustle, the laughter. It was just the best. So I rinsed perms for quite a while, rinsed colours, shampooed nanas, did nana blow dries, and then I decided I didn't want to do that no more. So I said to my boss, I'm leaving, I don't want to do this no more. And he said, right, he went, what do you want to do? And I went, I want to go in the barber shop. And he went, well, get your clippers and get up there. He was annoyed at us, get up there then. And I went up to the barber shop and I've never looked back. And I love every minute of it. It's been unbelievable. I started SB, I actually worked at a college for quite a while. And I found that the way that I am, very organic, I'm very, I can think on my feet. I teach in a very, it's not sporadic, it's a very, what we're doing today, like I can think on my feet. We work from a specific program, but it's interchangeable, like we change things all the time. And I felt like I was living by too many rules and the standards weren't as high as I wanted them to be. So I just went for it, just opened these doors and looked, and there was nothing on the floor. No water supply, no electricity, nothing. It was rubble and brick. And I just went for it. £2 haircuts used to be free. So we started off free because we needed the students to have the clients to cut hair. And then I came up with the idea of what we're doing is we're giving back to the community. So we're a community-based barbershop, really. So people used to come in for free haircuts, we built up the clientele, and we didn't make money off haircuts, we made money off training. So for our students to be busy, we had to have the clients, and that's how we dangled the carrot of a free haircut, and that's how it got busy. As soon as we opened, we started the free haircuts to get people through the door. We had leaflets made and we were out on the street. We used to go down to the Salvation Army, anywhere, just to get people in so our students were busy. And that was part of the program, really. That was part of the business plan, yeah, because it wasn't just to give back to the community, it was to give to our students as well. So for what people were getting free, they just paid for in time. I think it's very important for the barbershop to be part of the community. A barbershop, if you look at old school barbershops, it was like a hub for people to go, pop in, have a chat, have a coffee. And I think SB, we've carried that on. We have people who pop in every day just to say hi. We have people who live upstairs in the flats, come down, pop their head in, bring us a present, bring us some biscuits. They need us as much as we need them. And I think it's very important to keep those values within a barbershop. A barbershop should be a safe space. It should be a place where people feel comfortable to come in. And that's what we do here. And it's only over the last, I don't know, couple of years, it went to £1 and then it's went to £2 just to the rise in costs to stay open in the city centre. The ratio of men to women on this course is it's one-sided, really. It's very rare that we get, I mean, I would say maybe one woman every course or every 2 courses. It's rare that you would get 2 girls on a course together.
Okay.
It's only happened a few times. It's mainly younger men between the ages, I would say, 20 to maybe 30. And then the ratio of age, the age gap is also there. It's very rare we will get a lot of people over the age of 40. So it's mainly younger men who want to come on this course. I don't know if it's because of the way the academy's shown on social media. I do try to show women who are on the course. I mean, we've got a lady on the course at the minute who's like I would say like just a little bit older than me, and she's doing amazing. So I like to push that. If I have got a woman on the course, I push that, because I think it's good for women to see that it's okay to come to a male-dominated industry. There are less females who are up there as, not as influencers, but influential female barbers. It's more male. The industry is quite male-dominated at the top, if you know what I mean. So there are some unbelievable women out there who I follow who are just doing great things, but they don't get as much coverage as the men. And I don't know if that's because the brands haven't found the females, or I think a lot of, to be honest, I think a lot of brands do want more females on board. I know Uppercut wanted more females on board, so I think they do, but I think it's just finding these women out there who are brilliant at the job, who have the time to push the social media, who have the time to speak out, who have the time to push everything that they're doing, because a lot of people are mothers as well, which makes things a little bit more difficult. My children were brought up in this place, so it was easier for me because I'm the boss. Mine can get off the bus and come in here. People haven't got that privilege that I have, so it was a little bit, it was hard, but it was easier for me, because if my kids are off sick, I just bring them in here and put them in the office, which is bad for me kids, but it was great for me making waves within industry, because I could work really hard and bring my kids to work. When I started barbering, when I was, well, let's say like 30 years ago, the majority of the shops were women. So I worked for a man, but everybody bar one was a woman. So I would say we were unisex, we had to do unisex. So we had to do both female and male hair to get a job in the shop. So to do any barbering, you had to do a level 3 hairdressing. So a lot of people who I worked with were girls. So I would say 10 girls, 1 boy at the time who worked in the shop. So I think it was more female dominated when I was younger, and as things are changing, you do see more women, but it's still a male dominated industry, if you know what I mean. Because I came from a female dominated shop, I would say it's more male dominated now, but I think that's just because if you look at all the influencers on Instagram, they are men, young men. So the people who are top of the game are men. And that's nothing to do with people favouring men or anything. It's not sexist or anything like that. It's just men are the ones who are more at the top. So young boys want to do that because it's cool, and because it's that type of job where you can be tattooed and you can wear what you want, and basically you can be your own boss at certain points. So there are a lot of females, but I think the influx at the moment through this academy is more male dominated. I think there might be a big influx of women in industry if we keep promoting women on the Instagram. We need to promote equality within the industry and promote females when they're in here. We need to entice women to come and do it because it's a brilliant job. I think you have to be a certain woman to be within the barbershop all the time. I'm a tomboy and I always have been, and I love the crack within the barbershop. I think there are a lot of women who want to do it, but they would set their own salons up or their own barbershops up. I've trained quite a few women who've set their own up. So they They set the standard and they set the vibe of their shop how they want to. It's hard for a woman to go into a very male-dominated shop where it is that type of crack and that type of vibe. It can be intimidating sometimes. But because I've been within the industry for over 30 years, I'm just used to it. I've got older brothers. I used to hang around with lads. I even had a short back and sides. I was basically a boy until I was 15. So I slotted into this industry perfectly. It's just the type of vibe that I love. But I think to work within it daily, you have to have that type of personality. Being a female within the barbering industry hasn't affected me one bit. I feel like it makes me more determined to do well. I'm very driven, and I always think whether at the top of the industry we're male or female, it wouldn't bother me. I want to be the best that I can be, and being male or female doesn't really drive me. It's great that I was the first female, because then I think that I'm someone for females to look up to. So it was important for me to get that role, the ambassador role for Uppercut Deluxe, because that brand is heavily, it's surfers, it's skaters, it's motorbike riders, it's like really good, it started off like really good American barbers, then it came over to this country, American barbers, Australian barbers, but I get treated like a queen by Uppercut, so it hasn't affected me one bit. They're so respectful. I get just as many jobs as the men, and I think it should go on skill and your ability rather than whether you're male or female. My advice for women wanting to get into industry is just go for it. You don't know until you're in there. You might love it. It's like any job. You might train, you might work within the industry, you might love it, you might not like it, but you won't know until you do it. The next step for the academy is to branch out and go online and help beginners, because I think there's a lot of education for experienced barbers or people who are already qualified. I want to help people who are training, who can't afford to come here, who can't get here because they live in a different area, because we've trained people from all over the country. We've trained people from Europe. We've even been international. So for us to go online is the next step for us. But who knows where the future might take us. I would like to think that we still have this academy because it's a special little place. So I would like to go online and make my life easy, but if I didn't work in SB, I would really miss it. So online, but also keeping this little hub going. Like I would hate to be taken away from the teaching role. To teach for me is the best thing. Getting involved, working with people, helping people transform their lives. A lot of people come to us who are going through changing jobs, had major life changes. So we're a part of people rebuilding themselves, reinventing themselves. And I think if I didn't work on the floor with these people, there would be no point of having SB really. Do you think that's enough? Listen, I want to take over the world. Is this rubbish or am I doing all right?